Hi, welcome to our channel, Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin understanding the science of connection and why it shapes everything in love from the moment we are born. Our need for connection becomes one of the deepest forces guiding our lives. We learn early on that comfort, safety, and emotional survival come not from being alone, but from being held, understood, and loved, and that early wiring follows us into adulthood, shaping how we bond with romantic partners, how we react to closeness, and how we handle conflict. Some people embrace intimacy with ease, others fear it and pull away, while some chase it, desperately afraid it will disappear. These patterns are not weakness, they are reflections of our attachment style. Attachment style is the invisible map that shows how we expect others to treat us, how safe we feel opening our hearts, and how we act when love feels uncertain. It is the emotional script written in the early chapters of our lives, but often plays out in every relationship we enter without us even realizing. There are three main attachment styles: secure, anxious, and avoidant. Each one holds a different emotional rhythm. Secure individuals feel comfortable with closeness. They trust, easily express their needs clearly, and respond to their partner's needs with care. Anxious individuals feel deeply connected, but constantly fear rejection or abandonment. They seek reassurance often and can become overwhelmed by the thought of losing love. Avoidant individuals, on the other hand, value independence so strongly that intimacy feels like a threat to their space and freedom. They may withdraw emotionally when things get too close. Take the story of Aisha, who grew up with emotionally distant parents. She learned early that asking for comfort led to rejection. So, as an adult, she became fiercely independent. She loved her partner, but the moment things got serious, she pulled away, skipped calls, avoided deep talks, and built emotional walls. Her partner felt confused, thinking she did not care, but deep down she was terrified of being vulnerable again. Her avoidant attachment style protected her, but also left her feeling lonely. On the other hand, there is Rohan, who was raised by loving but unpredictable caregivers. Sometimes they were present and warm, other times cold and unavailable. He grew up unsure of what to expect from the people he loved. As a result, he became hyper-aware in relationships when his partner did not respond to a message quickly. He panicked when he sensed distance. He clung tighter when he felt insecure. He overthought every word. His anxious style wasn't neediness, it was fear disguised as intensity. Then there is Tara, who grew up feeling loved and supported. Her caregivers were reliable and warm. She learned that closeness was safe and expressing emotions was normal. As an adult, she built relationships with balance. She was not afraid to ask for what she needed, and she offered comfort when her partner struggled. She trusted easily, but also had healthy boundaries. Her secure style became her superpower because it allowed her to love without fear and to comfort without being overwhelmed. These patterns are not fixed for life. They are not labels meant to box us, and they are roadmaps that help us understand ourselves and the people we love better. When you recognize your attachment style, you stop blaming yourself for every argument or misunderstanding. You stop feeling broken or too much or too distant. You start to see that your reactions are learned responses, and what is learned can be unlearned and healed. Imagine being in a relationship where instead of saying, "Why am I like this?" you begin to say, "I understand why I react this way, and now I can change." Imagine being able to say to your partner, "When I get quiet, I'm afraid I will be judged," or "When I keep asking if we are okay, I'm feeling insecure because I care so much." That level of emotional honesty transforms not just love, but life. Understanding attachment also helps us make better choices in love. Often people with anxious styles are drawn to avoidant types because the emotional distance feels familiar, but that dance can be exhausting. It becomes a cycle of chasing and withdrawing, of needing and avoiding. A better match for long-term peace is often between secure and anxious, or secure and avoidant, where one partner can soothe and anchor the other with patience and clarity. The goal is not to find the perfect partner. The goal is to become aware of your own patterns so you can grow into the kind of partner who can give and receive love without fear. When you know your style, you can say, "I need closeness," without shame or I need space without guilt. That honesty opens the door to deeper connection. So take time to explore your emotional blueprint. Think back to your early experiences with love, attention, comfort, and safety. Notice your reactions when someone pulls away or gets too close. Notice how you feel when you're vulnerable or when someone tries to connect with you. What you find there will help you understand your heart in a way that sets you free, because the way you attach is not a flaw, it is a map. And when you learn to read it, you can finally find the kind of love that doesn't hurt to hold and doesn't run when it matters most. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.